So now we started the uses of tenses. Tense means time and its parts we discussed in last video. The present indefinite. Present indefinite means simple present tense is used to express habitual actions, to express general truth, exclamatory sentence to express what actually talking about in present moment. That's we discuss in present simple present tense, and that's are the uses of the tenses. To express habitual actions, so that habitual actions uses in simple present tense or present indefinite tense. There are some examples is go out for a walking every morning, I get up every day at 5 o'clock, my watch keep good time. So in simple present tense generally we have to be uses for habit to show the habitual action. सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स हा आपल्याला दैनंदिन सवयी ह्या दाखवण्यासाठी आपल्याला वापरता येतो. त्याच्यात पहिला एक्झाम्पल ही गोज आउट फॉर द वॉक एव्हरी मॉर्निंग and I get up every day at 5 o'clock. That's the habit of that person. To express the general truth, so general truth also have to be uses in simple present tense. The sun rises in the east, fortune favors the brave, honesty is best policy. That's are the truth, and that truths cannot be changed at that time. The simple present tense is used. ज्या गोष्टी न बदलणाऱ्या आहेत आणि त्या दाखवायच्या असतील तर आपल्याला सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स हा वापरावा लागतो. टू एक्सक्लमेट इन एक्सक्लमेटरी सेंटेन्स टू एक्सप्रेस व्हॉट इज ॲक्च्युअली टॉकिंग प्लेस इन ॲट द प्रेझेंट मुमेंट. सी हाऊ इज इट रेन्स, हियर्स कम द बस, देअर शी गोज. So whenever that exclamatory to express some things, and that uses in present moment. तर उद्गारवाचक सेंटेन्सेस त्याच्यातून बऱ्याच अशा गोष्टी दाखवल्या जातात. मुवमेंट प्रेझेंट केला जातो. आपल्या ॲक्च्युअल बोलण्याच्या वेळेस आपल्याला सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स हा वापरता येऊ शकतो. टू इंडिकेट द फ्युचर इव्हेंट्स प्रोव्हाइड दॅट द फ्युचर टाइम्स इज इम्प्लाइड बाय द कॉन्टेक्स्ट. ही कम्स in a few days times, we goes to Shimla next week, they leave for London by the next flight, we sail for American next Saturday. So in these sentences you will understand and that time is mentioned here, the will shall, next flight and next Saturday. That's are shows indicate the future events, and future events has to be future times planning that may be uses in simple present tense. तर फ्युचरमधल्या पुढच्या गोष्टी काही प्लॅनिंग असतील, टाईम दाखवायचा असेल तर आपल्याला सिंपल प्रेझेंट टेन्स हा वापरता येऊ शकतो. फॉर एक्झाम्पल ही कम्स इन द फ्यू डेज टाइम्स, वी गो टू शिमला मीन्स वी शॅल गो टू शिमला नेक्स्ट वीक, मीन्स future times showing in that particular point in simple present tense. In vivid nature as substitute for the past indefinite, Saurabh now rushes forward and deals the heavy blow to Rustam's. Immediately the Sultan hurries to his capitals. So we have to be here uses simple present tense as well as past indefinite in that particular points. So now uses of present continuous tense. Present continuous used to uses for the person who's speaking and that action is going on and that is not completed. That time we uses present continuous tense. In Marathi we said that here present continuous means चालू अपूर्ण काळ. To express an action going to be a time of speaking, he is writing a letter means his action is going on and that became not completed. And the boys are playing hockey means the boys are playing hockey but they are not completed. That is incomplete action. Show is in present continuous tense. एखादी अपूर्ण गोष्ट दाखवायची असेल ती आता प्रेझेंट मुवमेंटला चालू असेल त्यावेळेस आपल्याला प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस टेन्स हा वापरता येत असतो. टू एक्सप्रेस सम habits or customs. She is working regularly these days. Means the habit of her is working regularly these days. That is showing in present continuous. एखादी गोष्ट जी असेल त्यांची हॅबिट ती कंटिन्युअसली होत असेल ती दाखवण्यासाठी आपल्याला प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस टेन्स वापर. ही इज ऑलवेज टेलिंग लाईज. ही इज ऑलवेज टेलिंग लाईज means that is the habit of that person. He is always has regularly told the wrong things, lies, and that's habit in that shows in present continuous tense to indicate an action that is planned to take place in near future. So any planning, and that planning has to be taking in near future, that time we use as a present continuous tense. एखादी ॲक्शन असेल ती ॲक्शन आपल्याला प्लॅनिंगच्या बद्दल असेल आणि ती फ्युचरमध्ये दाखवायची असेल तर आपल्याला प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस टेन्स वापरता येऊ शकतो. आय एम गोइंग टू मुंबई टुमारो means I am going to Mumbai. That is the one action, but tomorrow shows that the future, and that future tense is uses in present continuous tense. She is coming here in the evening means she is coming. The process is not completed, but we shows here future tense. By showing evening, that became the future. In that uses in present continuous tense. प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस टेन्समध्ये कशा पद्धतीने फ्युचर टेन्स वापरता येतो हे आपल्याला इथं बघायला मिळेल. 2. Describe the temporary action which may not be actually going on the time of speaking. I am playing cricket these days. I am playing cricket these days means he is not playing cricket, but he has to be talking about that, the actions. So here you will understand what is actually the note is there to describe temporary action which not be actually going on the time of speaking. जेव्हा एखादा व्यक्ती बोलत असेल पण तेव्हा ती ॲक्शन होत नसेल, फक्त त्या ॲक्शनबद्दल बोलत असेल, तेव्हा आपल्याला हा प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस टेन्स वापरता येऊ शकतो. वी आर लर्निंग फ्रेंच ॲट स्कूल means that person is learning French, but now he is speaking about that. So here the continuous tense is chiefly used deliberate actions. Some verbs are there are not normally used in continuous form. They are used only the simple present in this verb can be grouped as followed. तर कंटिन्युअस टेन्समध्ये असे काही जे असतात वर्ब्स ते आपल्याला वापरता येत नाही, ते आपण वर्ब्स हे सिम्पल प्रेझेंट टेन्समध्ये वापरत असतो. वर्ब ऑफ सेन्स, voluntary actions, feel, fear, see, smell, notice, taste, that is we uses in simple present tense. The verb express the feeling and emotions, want, wish, love, like, hate, fear, perfect, refuse, hope. The verb of mental activity, agree, appreciate, understand, thinking, believes, forget, know, means, suppose, remember, recognize, and mind. Verb possesses, have, own, belongs to, possess, we, tense, consist of, that's are we not uses cheaply in that form of present continuous that we are only in simple present tense. That should you keep in your mind. या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपण बऱ्याच वेळेस फिलिंगला आय एन जी लावतो, सीइंगला आय एन जी लावतो. दॅट मे बी अ रॉंग while you uses that such kind of the sense verb in present continuous tense that may always uses in simple present tense. Now next is present perfect tense means the action is completed and that gone to the past, immediately past. The present perfect tense is used and there are some uses here. The action that has just been completed. He has recently home safe and sound. He has worked the sum. He has just gone out means that person has to be doing something and that has to be actually gone to the past. In that tense the action became completed and immediately goes toward the past. To describe some past events in present importance effect which is to emphasize, he has come to my house many times, and so it is nothing strange that he has come again. Means the some event has to be past and that is impact on to emphasize. This disease has killed many children, means some must be done about it. He has traveling round the world, so he knows much about other countries. The students have gone on strike, so his situation is serious. Means some incidents that has to be affected, that has to be emphasized in that tense to describe in present perfect tense, to express the some past expression whose is not given. My father has worked with Gandhiji, means past experience that has to be uh, presented here. I have seen the Taj Mahal in moonlight. I have studied in this school, means that person has to be already studied, that person has to be seen Taj Mahal, and my father had to be work with the Gandhiji. That past experiences has to be talked in that present perfect tense. The present, a past action, is continuing to the present. We have lived here 10 years. We still living here. He has been ill since last week, means he is still not well. तर विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आपल्याला पहिल्या एक्झाम्पलमध्ये तुम्हाला पास्ट ॲक्शन्स प्रेझेंटमध्ये दाखवून सांगत होता. इथं सुद्धा तसंच आहे. ही हॅड लिव्ड हिअर 10 years, म्हणजे 10 वर्षापासून तो तिथं राहत आहे आणि स्टील तो इथंच राहतोय अजून. ही हॅज बीन इल सिन्स लास्ट वीकपासून तो आजारी आहे आणि आतासुद्धा तो चांगला झालेला नाही. मीन्स दॅट इज द पास्ट ॲक्शन कंटिन्युअस इन प्रेझेंट, in not in different between. We have lived here 10 years, we lived here 10 years since first and second, we still living here and we are living no longer. That's our scene, we have to be seen here with that examples. Now present perfect tense, since is denoted present times, cannot be qualified an adverb of phrases denoting the past tense. We can't say here has come yesterday, he has reached home last night. We should say he come yesterday and he reached home last night. That's our, we have to be generally clarify about that, where we use this and what kind of the form of verb we uses. That should we keep in mind in present perfect tense. So now simple past tense, past indefinite, to show the action is the past. We learned English at the school. He killed a snake. My father taught in his school, this school. So in that sentences, past action, past tense, simple past tense is uses to show with that second form V2 of the first form. We denote the habitual action in the past. He came in the every evening. He never told a lie. He studied many hours every days. So here is the second form is uses and make the simple past tense, and that are the sentences uses the past habitual actions in simple past tense. Simple past tense मध्ये past habitual action कशा वापरायचे ते इथं दिले. He comes to me every evening. तो माझ्याकडे नेहमी इव्हिनिंगला यायचं. ही नेवर टोल्ड अ लाय, तो कधीच खोटं बोलायचं नाही. ही स्टडीड मेनी हार्स एव्हरी डेज, तो भरपूर तास अभ्यास करायचा. या सगळ्या गोष्टी आपल्याला इथं दर्शवल्या आहेत. टू डिनोट अन ॲक्शन गोईंग ऑन इन द पास्ट, while we dance we sang. So that is the action going on the past as expressed with that particular examples. Now past continuous tense. Past continuous tense is used for action continuous in particular time or during the particular period of the past, and the chief interested is not the time of action but continuity. So past continuous tense is used a particular duration and particular period of the past, and the chief interest is not timing of action but is continuous. When I saw him, he was playing the chess, and I was writing a letter when he came to my house. So when I saw him, that time he was playing chess. Means there is an two action are there. That action became in past and that not be completed in past. I was writing a letter when he came to my house. So whenever I was writing letter, that time he came in my house means actions of that time he came, that is not completed in my writing of letter. जेव्हा तो आला माझ्या घरी त्यावेळेस माझं काम पूर्ण झालेलं नव्हतं लेटर लिहिण्याचं. This tense is also used always continuity and for persisting action or habit in the past. So that tense is also past continuous tense is also always for continuity. He was always ringing me up. He was always troubling in his parents. So that's are the tenses that continuity in the past that is not completed in that particular period. Now past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used to express an action completed before the certain moment in the past. It is always used whenever we wish to say some action had taken place before another was beginning to complete. The patient had died before the doctor came. He had finished my work by evenings means that action has to be completed in past and immediately go in past. तर ॲक्शन ते पास्ट मोमेंटमध्येच ती कंप्लीट झालेली असते. ही हॅज फिनिश माय वर्क बाय इव्हिनिंग म्हणजे इव्हिनिंगच्या वेळेस माझं ते कंप्लीट झालेलं होतं. दिस टेन्स इज ऑल्सो यूज टू एक्सप्रेस सम फुलफिलमेंट डिझायर. आय विश माय फादर हॅड बीन हिअर ॲट दिस टाइम. I wish I had worked harder means here unfulfilled desire means desires that expresses in that particular tense. If the tense are two action taking place in the past, the action that took the place first and put in the past perfect tense. The action that took the place later, that past independent tense. I had done my experience with Hari came to see me. I had written the letter before he arrived. He started raining had after he had left means the first tense became here. Some of the sentences became past perfect tense and there and another sentence of half of the sentence became present past tense, past simple past tense. तर विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, जेव्हा अशी स्थिती येते त्यावेळेस पहिल्यांदा तो टेन्स पास्ट परफेक्टचा मेन असतो आणि दुसरा जो पास्ट टेन्समधला सिम्पल पास्टचा वापरला जात असतो. तर विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आपण इथं सिम्पल प्रेझेंट टेन्स, प्रेझेंट कंटिन्युअस, प्रेझेंट परफेक्ट टेन्स, सिम्पल पास्ट टेन्स, पास्ट कंटिन्युअस, पास्ट परफेक्ट टेन्स हे आपण इथं बघितलेले आहेत. तर त्याचा व्यवस्थित अभ्यास करा आणि दिलेला होमवर्कसुद्धा तुम्ही पूर्ण करायचा आहे आणि मला माझ्या पर्सनल नंबरवरती तुमचा जो अभ्यास लिहिणार आहात तो मला पाठवायचा. थँक्यू.